In part one of this video, I'm going to show you how I've created this wall. We are doing a Dolby Atmos setup with a 75-inch TV, but part one, I'm going to show you how I've broke the pallets apart, milled them, put the OSB, painted the wall, and installed the pallets. So now we're on to stripping the pallets. I've came up with this system of slicing them right along the edge because these nails are entirely too hard to remove. If you get a hammer underneath to try to pop the boards off, they just crack. So if I slice them around the edge, I only have the middle ones to contend with, and they come off pretty easy. So now that we have this loose, you can actually take these and muscle them around a little bit. The twist usually works pretty good. Once you get one loose, you get the rest of them loose. Get a little hammer for some persuasion. So now you're gonna have this little ladder thing. Same maneuver. Just twist them off. Get the hammer, pry them up. So working on the backhoe is a little less than ideal for this tedious work. How I'm doing this is just banging the nails out right on the back of my truck. Push them a little bit. It can fracture the wood sometimes while they're coming through the other side. So if you don't want that to happen, you can use the grinder, but get yourself a nice little pry bar so it just rolls around. Take the nails. So here we have a few of the boards all measured up and separated. We have the 10 pieces for the wall. Let's go hit paint. The most affordable paint and primer one appears to be this Valspar. 22 bucks a gallon. Paint and primer, get a nice satin finish so we could paint that all black. And voila, black we have it. Gotta grab some 1.5 or 1.75 nails for our nail gun. 15 gauge, 1.5 angled. .15 gauge angled nails, 1.5 inch. Load them in. Ones that are a little beat up, just bring over to the chop saw. Since this is the bottom, I'm nailing naturally across the whole bottom, but I'm only nailing on the tops, just where the studs are, just to have, not an abundance of nails going through the wall. Get a board to mock it up. We know that the door jamb is going to be about 3/4 to an inch off, so we're going to make this long. Take my level, put it just like a 1/16 over the edge, and then check it out. Mark your line. Now we're going to cut everything to this edge. So right here what I had happen was the seams were lining up. It's not structural, it doesn't matter, it's just aesthetically pleasing when they don't line up. So I nipped that one down, and now our seams will be staggered again. I'm gonna mark this one to the line that we put. So here at our seam, I'm gonna measure down, put a line in the corner, put a line at the end of the wall, snap a chalk line just to make sure we're going straight. Judging by our chalk line, everything's looking right on track. So on this next step, you're not gonna have to do this if you have a flat ceiling, but I have brand new vaulted ceiling. So you take your level, put it across 2 of the trusses, mark the top, do this in a few various spots. So now we have our line along the whole ceiling. So the spacing here is for the furring strips and the drywall onto the ceiling. I set that to 1 3/8 inches. Here goes the last piece going up, my favorite one, with the mortar mix on it. So one of my greatest mistakes was in fact right here in the beginning, naturally. The gaps are large because I did not use the table saw to mill any of the pieces. So what you're going to want to do is cut all of the pieces to the same size, either 2.5, 2 7/8, 3.5, 3 1/4, just so you can get the uniform look and tight edges that you could see in this top half of my wall. By cutting them all to the exact same dimensions on the table saw, ripping them down, you get a great uniform look, and it doesn't look like you just took some pallets and slapped them on the wall like the bottom half does. Thanks for watching my video.